Hi, we are Kirsty and Carrie from Uploans. We founded this company back in 2014, and just recently we sat down and we developed a list of, I guess you would call them our values. We wanted to share them with you just so that you could understand whether you're an existing client, a potential future client, maybe a concerned mum or dad of a client wanting to know who these girls are that our kids are dealing with, but just so that you could understand what we're all about. So we'll have a read of them for you and maybe expand a little bit on each one. So I'll let you go first.
Great. Every person, regardless of the figures on their fact find, is equally important and is treated with an equal level of respect and care. A fact find document is actually what we send out to you when we first start talking, and it just gives us a breakdown of all of your information, a really good overview of who you are, what you do for a living, etc., etc.
And so what we're trying to say there is it doesn't matter whether you're coming to us. I was just on the phone with someone who's going to be buying a $105,000 block of land. That person gets treated the same way as the person who just settled 8 properties with us last week. It's no different. Everyone gets treated with the same level of respect and care. So that was number 1 on our list. Number 2 was that our time is valuable. Carrie and I are both mums. We have little kids. We love our work, like absolutely passionately love it. But we also have families. And so we're really careful with our time. We don't want to waste our time. And the best way that we can do that is not to waste your time. So your time's valuable, our time's valuable, and we're really, really careful with how we spend your time. So we want to get things done as efficiently as possible. We don't want to muck anyone around, and we want to make sure that we get the great outcomes for you.
I think that ties in really well with the next one, which is unless it is in what we believe to be the best interest of the client, regardless of whether it's possible or it's not, we will not do it. I'll let you expand.
Yeah, well, sometimes people will come to us and they'll say, look, is it possible to do this? Sometimes it is possible, but we say to them, look, we don't think it's in your best interest. And we will always say that. That's something we've always held really true. So, you know, the young person that comes to us for a car loan that we could get them through, but we don't necessarily think it's in their best interest, we'll say so. If we think someone's pushing themselves way outside their comfort level, we just won't do it. We need to sleep well with ourselves at night. And we want our clients to have that feeling as well. We don't want anyone up late at night tossing and turning because of finance we've established for them. All right, and so the next one is a tenet of, Carrie and I have worked together for more than a decade, and this is a tenet of everything that we've done our entire working lives together, but we build lifelong relationships, and for us that means looking after our clients long after the loan has settled. So I don't know if you say this, but I say to my clients, you're stuck with me. Like, yes. Once we've set up the loan, that's it. You've got us. So that means we're checking in on you. I call it stalking sometimes. I want to make sure that your repayments are going well. I want to make sure that you've set up, you know, your direct deposits, if you've changed your bank account appropriately, and that 12 months down the track, we've gone back to your lender and we've renegotiated your price rate. We don't sit back on our laurels and hi to my mum, her name's Laurel. I feel like strange every time I use that, but we don't just take it for granted that we've set you up with a loan, we've been paid and now off into the sunset. We look after you long after that has happened, and we want you to stick with us. Make sure that you are asking us any questions as we go on.
So that goes straight into the next one, which is the Uploans experience is designed around total customer delight. Kirsty did put that word delight in there. It's not actually a word that I would use, but which makes referring us to friends and family given the absolute best compliment that we can get as brokers, as people really, is having our clients send their family and friends to us. It happens so much to us, very fortunately, and it is the very best compliment that we can get.
And that's really the only way our business grows. We don't market, unless you call this very glamorous video marketing, but we don't go out, you know, you'll never see us on a billboard or anything like that. All we want to do is look after our clients so well that they can't help but refer us to friends and family. So the next one actually ties into that. God, they all flow on so beautifully, Carrie. But the next one says that communication is paramount. Our aim is to be one step ahead of you throughout the entire process and to keep you up to date before you even know you have a question. So that's what we've sort of devised our entire system of operations around. We want to be keeping you informed right throughout the process so that you feel really comfortable with the way everything's progressing. And that's not to say everything happens overnight. We're dealing with banks. Our job would sometimes be just so much easier and quicker if we don't have to deal with the banks, but we want to keep you informed while we're waiting on the banks to do their things behind the scenes. We want you to feel comfortable with that process.
That communication also keeps us really accountable, which is the next one on our list, which is we are accountable to our clients, we're accountable to our teammates, and we're accountable to our families. So we deliver on what we say. And I think that that's Kirsty and I in all areas of life, but we particularly really wanted to bring that to Uploans.
Definitely. And I think it's really important that we're accountable not only to our clients, but also to our teammates and to our families in that. That's something that you definitely need to know about us if you're thinking about dealing with us. We are very proud mums. We are family-oriented people, and that's how we've devised our business. Yeah. The next one, again, flows on from that, and it says that we love our work, but we also work so that we can have an amazing life. So yes, I was on the phone last night doing a Skype interview with clients at 9 p.m, but I also did school pickup yesterday afternoon. So there are going to be times where we are unavailable for a little bit, but I think after our stuff, we do certainly...
I think it levels out.
Levels out, probably in the direction of working a little bit too much, but that's okay because we love our work.
Next one is we are continually learning and improving by constantly educating ourselves and looking for opportunities to learn from the best, both in our industry and in others. And that's a mentality we've always had. We, as Kirsty said, we've been working together for over a decade. Training has always been paramount in all of our work, and that's something that we've stuck to here.
We're nerds.
A little bit.
So sometimes you will find that we're in training events and we are learning and we are constantly with our noses in industry magazines and reading different things, but that's because we want to stay as up to date as possible. We want to be the best brokers that we can be for you. The next one says that we challenge ourselves, we set goals, we readily accept and rise to challenges from others. So sometimes that's in the context of challenging situations that clients present to us, but also, it's just in challenging ourselves to be able to, for me at the moment, I've got this number in my head of wanting to help 1,000 clients in a year, which is a huge amount. And that's a challenge that I've set myself at the moment, but we also challenge each other.
Well, this is currently a challenge when Kirsty asked me to do this video with her, so gotta be honest, being challenged right now.
Very true.
We are transparent with our clients, compliant with our industry, and sharing of our knowledge with our peers. Transparency is so important to us. It's incredibly important to us, and it's incredibly important to our industry as well.
Mm-hmm. So to that end, you will get all the documentation which tells you exactly how we are paid, who we are paid by, that we're paid by the lender who we're setting the loan up with, not yourselves. And you'll see all of that very easily and transparently in the process. I mean, I guess the other thing about transparency is that we can't hide the fact that we're real humans. I'm a lot funnier than Carrie, of course, but we're human beings. We're not bankers. And that's, I think, something that our clients actually enjoy about us. We're human beings. If you have a question, I almost, at the end of every initial conversation with clients, I say there's no silly questions because we want you to understand that that's what we're here for. We're here to make this process as easy as possible. So come and talk to us.
Great.
Oh, this one's me.
That's you.
It reads kind of strange when we're reading it out loud, but it says, we are Carrie and Kirsty. We're real people. We're friendly, we're helpful and approachable. We're not stuffy or overly professional or intimidating. I think sometimes people can maybe look at us from the outside and wonder what kind of humans we're going to be like and if we are going to be a bit stuffy or a bit intimidating. This jacket's as close to a suit as I've been in for forever. But basically, all we want to do is come across as helpful. Our greatest joy comes from helping people. That's why we love what we do so much. All day, every day, all we get to do is help people. So come have a chat with us.
We celebrate our success and our clients. And again, that's really important to us. Kirsty's had a lot of success actually over the past 2 years. I'm working on those successes. But when we do succeed, we certainly do celebrate.
And when there's wine to celebrate, Carrie's right in on that. So
Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
Exactly. And the last one, and this probably overarches everything that we do, and it just says we have fun and we ensure that the experience, though sometimes daunting, is fun for our clients too. So we just do our best to make it as fun for you as we possibly can. We are that excited when your home settles or your refinance settles and you save, whatever it is, hundreds, thousands of dollars. We get such a thrill out of our job that we just want to make sure that you're having as much fun as we are. If you're having as much fun as we are, we're doing our job.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so hopefully that's given you a little bit of an insight into who we are. If we can answer any other questions or queries, please just reach out to us.